Skidaway State Park. This is in Savannah, Georgia, and I made a big mistake when I booked this site. Nothing wrong with the site, need a little bit, kind of a pull through, but this is an ADA compliant or wheelchair accessible site. I did not realize I did that until I get a confirmation email, which I don't look at for days and days because I book them maybe 2 weeks in advance. And I saw this little wheelchair symbol and I said, what the heck? I went back to the site, looked again. No, there's no wheelchair symbol next to the campground. So I figured I'm okay. And so I went ahead and booked it, paid it, and then yesterday when we got ready to leave, I always look up how far it is, how many miles, give us an idea. And I saw that little wheelchair thing again, and I looked at the campground online again, no ADA compliant symbol. Well, when you click on, if you view by map, and you'll see there's nothing on the map that says that. You can click on the little campsite. It'll come up, tell you how long it is, water, electric, nothing about ADA. It's not until you hit the see details that on the far right, there's a little wheelchair there. Well, I scrolled down past that quickly because this was the last site here. And I don't usually look at those details anyway. Everything I like is on that first page or two. And I went down and just say, book these dates. Boom, done. So, a warning. It isn't until you get into the detail page that it will tell you it's a handicap site. So my bad. I went up to the office. We got set up. And I said, I wonder if they're just letting us stay here. They didn't say anything when we checked in. And I went back up to the office and I told her, I said, I made a huge mistake. I booked a handicap parking spot. She said, no problem. Don't worry about it. We're full. And when we're full, if there's no one needing that space, we will go ahead and rent that space out. We have campers and tenters that stay here if we're full. And she said we don't get many ADA requests anyway. So I felt really bad. Oh man, I was shaken because trying to find a spot at the last minute like this in the day, and it's muggy, it's hot. So I was shaken, but I was so glad to hear that. And I apologize profusely, and I pass that information on to you. Check the site completely for that little blue wheelchair. So, let's see what's around Savannah and in this area. This is a really gorgeous spot. A very nice place. The Georgia wilds, Georgia forests are always so pretty. Really cool here, guys. A couple of fawn were out here dancing around earlier. Alrighty, well, let's check out the restrooms here for you. And guess what's here? They even have a laundry. Well, let's see what we got in here. Oh, look at that. Disconnected for the moment, but dryer, 2 washers, and another dryer. Yeah, put in quarters on that one. These are $2 each. Let's check out the bathrooms. Well, here's the men's room. I will leave the ladies to the ladies. Looking pretty good. A little bit of stuff on the floor there. Very clean. It's so humid here. Looks like they've mopped, but everything's still damp. Somebody left some stuff. Nice. One more shower over there. Let's check out the wheelchair accessible one. Although these are. This one says men's, women's, accessible. Oh, nice and big in here. Yeah. There's a nice shower for wheelchair accessible. So nice and clean. You can see it's still wet on the floor. People been in here, but very nice, very clean. We're over there in camping area 3 at our ADA spot. Yeah, it's a little drive down here. Then there's another camping area over there, campsite area 3, in that area. There's an A-frame. Well, this is a little too far to walk. You'd have to drive here, but they do have a couple of picnic areas here. Some bathrooms over there, playground for the kiddos. There's the other picnic ground. And on around that corner down there where I was is primitive camping. It's tent camping. Boy, there's a lot of cars there. So they must be full. When they said full, they meant full, I guess. And an amphitheater is over there. So pretty cool, pretty cool. It sure is pretty here. I've just come down the road a little bit more right up there from the other picnic area. There's a picnic area right there, a covered picnic. Then another one here. There's another bathroom back behind that. And then there's a smaller playground area right there. That looks different. Oh wait, that's exercise stations. That's an exercise station. And then on up that way, I can see there's a playground area up there and another picnic shelter. So there's quite a few of those here in the area. Must be a big picnicking destination. Now I'm just down from the that last picnic area I showed you, and there's a little playground behind that, but the Sandpiper Nature Trail starts over there. And this isn't even on the park map, but I saw a sign said Interpretive Center. So this looks very nice. This is just being built. So this is gonna be pretty cool. Or it's being rebuilt, but I didn't see it on the map anywhere. So that is just about it outside of going by the office. There's a lot of palmetto around here. A lot of it's new coming up, and then the grass. What the heck is the name of it? Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, it really makes it pretty around here. You can see I'm driving down to our campsite, or camp area, whatever you want to call it. And it's the one clear at the end, but it's a long way down here. It's even past that stop sign up there. So it's a fur piece, but it does make for a little isolation. So there's some big rigs in here, and there's big pull-throughs. You can see they're really long, but yeah, you should have no problem getting any unit in most of these. Big guys, little guys. I'll go ahead and show you where everything is kind of. We're way up here, right up here by this bathroom. And there's a couple of washer dryers in there like I showed you. We're right in this corner, about right in there. So it's a good fur piece to drive down here to this area. What I did was go around this way and down to the picnic areas. You can see there's quite a few in here. And this is where the Sandpiper Trail is, and that's where they're building the Interpretive Center. and it's just not even open yet. There's a small nature and walking trail right there to the office. Looks like they have washer dryers down at this end of the campground as well. So primitive camping is up in this way, and I'm not sure where it goes, but there were a lot of cars parked right here, and that's where the primitive camping is. So I'll give you an idea where everything is and how you get out just one way, and that's down this way. Alright, I hope that helps a little bit. Well, let's go ahead and do a wrap up here, a little Skidaway State Park. And incidentally, it rained last night, so 87, as you heard I booked. We have this is pretty well sealed. Look at that. We got a lake. So I don't recommend setting up a tent at that spot if you're going to stay in 87, which is an ADA site. So let's get seated here a little bit. As you saw in the videos, there isn't a whole lot to do here, but lots of biking, miles and miles of roadway. The nice thing about it is it's close to some historical sites and things to see. We went to Fort Pulaski. It looks like Pulaski, but it's pronounced Pulaski. I'm going to put that clip, short clip, at the end of this wrap-up for you. And if you'd like to see that, if you've never been there, I recommend it. And it was educational, and we really enjoyed it. It was a gorgeous day to go as well. So outside of the rain, which really last night was the only day it rained here, it's been gorgeous, really, really nice. So I don't know if this is typical or not. There was a 99% humidity one morning. It was a little sticky, but a very good place to come. It's out of the way, so it's off the beaten track a little bit. You're not going to get much road noise at all. Very calm, very quiet. So I would recommend this one. I did go over and take a shower a couple of times, and it works. So we're dry camping. There's no hookups here for sewer, water, and electric. And I think we're here 3 nights, so very good. Get out there and come to this one if you're in the way. Now, it's a little pricey for me for this at $45. I thought that was pretty high. You're going to get a lot nicer places at 45 bucks, but if you need it, it's here. Okay, so you guys get out there, stay safe, and we'll see you on the road maybe one of these days. Heading to Jekyll Island Campground next. Alrighty. So today we're visiting the Fort Pulaski National Monument. The visitor center is closed, unfortunately, of course, but they do have pamphlets out and little stamps that you get for your passport book. So there's short hikes around here. And then there's a lighthouse trail that's 0.7 miles, so it's about 1.5 mile round trip. And he said the tides are kind of high right now, and it's pretty muggy down there, but we shall check it out and see what this place looks like. Worth the history trip. So, who was Pulaski? Casimir Pulaski. Pulaski. Noel. So if you want to go ahead and pause that, you can read over what this is all about. Pulaski. We're here to start that tour of the fort, and this is the entrance right here. Well, there's probably more than one way in, but very impressive. This has been kept up very well. We're inside the demi-lune now. These earthen mounds were added later to house munitions, so this goes back in to take care of the munitions, powder, that kind of thing. Back in the day, it was flat, and so these were added later. This is a big fort. My goodness. came through the entrance there, and it opens into the fort. The top part is being refixed, or whatever you know, but anyway, there's a few areas around here you can look into and see, like the barrack areas. And let's see what's wrong here. Oh yeah, it's a quartermaster office and supply room. Neato. You gotta love the quartermaster. He had all your stuff. You always know when you come to the commanding officers' quarters, they're always really well decked out. Colonel Brown's wife added the woman's touch in these harsh surroundings by acquiring furniture confiscated from southern homes in Bluffton, South Carolina. Not bad. A one-room house. This is really cool. It shows how the guns ran on a track here, and then they would load them up. And this was meant to protect this section because that's the only way you could fire out. So they had to line up for a very narrow area to shoot right there. And then there's other ones in here that they had. So 3, 4, 5, 6 gun sights. This is really interesting. Very cool. They kept these areas so they could fire out. This is pretty neat. And then they have rifling slots too. So the guys with the rifles could poke their rifles through. Very narrow, but hard to hit when you're on the other side shooting in. Now these are sling carts. They were used to move heavier cannons, and you can see there's a good size one under there. So they would hang them underneath the carriage, under the cart, and that's an 8-foot tall wheel for the heavier ones. A little smaller right there. And either they were moved by animal or by man. And supposedly these may be some of the only sling carts left from the Civil War period. This shows the position of a larger cannon, and those metal rails allowed them to much more easily move this thing into position, swing it out of the way to reload or to fire at a different angle. So that's a big bubba. And if you look around this place, I mean, this is, there's a ton of cannons around here. I mean, they're everywhere, on top, the bottom. I don't know how anybody get in here. So I said, how could anybody get in here? Well, there's your answer right there. They used rifled cannons, and boy, it just started blowing away the walls. So the battle only lasted 30 hours. They realized this was a done deal. They were going to get blown to pieces, so they surrendered. This is part of the reconstruction area that they're working on. This is a testament to you on the power of bricks. This was begun building in 1829. Took 25 million bricks to build this, but I mean, it's still here. Okay, it's what it is, 1820, I say 1830, 70, over 200 years. Yes, almost, yeah, 90 years. So if you build a home out of brick and take care of it, good heavens, you got a home that's going to last forever. Now this is the side that the attack came from. You can see the cannonball damages up there. And one of them had a big hole blown out on it. It's probably been repaired in there. This is took quite the bombardment here.